Ladies and gentlemen, friends and dreamers, today I stand before you to declare a truth as old as the mountains and as certain as the sunrise. When God blesses you, there is no mistaking it. His favor doesn't whisper, it roars. His grace doesn't tiptoe, it marches. And when that divine hand touches your life, you will see signs, unmistakable signs that shout to the world, this one is blessed. Let me share with you the four signs that will light up your path when God pours his blessings upon you. When God blesses you, my friends, a peace settles in your soul. A peace so deep, so unshakable that no storm can uproot it. The winds may howl, the rains may pour, and the world may tremble, but you stand firm. You walk through chaos with a calm that confounds the doubters. It's not that the troubles vanish. No, no, it's that they lose their power over you. You feel it in your bones, a quiet strength, a steady heartbeat, a knowing that says, I am held by something greater. That, my friends, is the first sign of God's blessing, a peace that defies the storm. Oh, hear me now. When God blesses you, doors that were once locked tight begin to swing wide open. Opportunities chase you down like hounds on a trail. Where there was a wall, now there's a gateway. Where there was rejection, now there's invitation. You don't have to beg or plead. Oh, no! The path clears. The way is made, and you step into places you never dreamed you'd tread. People call it luck, they call it chance, but you know the truth. It's the hand of God pushing back the curtains of impossibility. That's the second sign, doors swinging wide open. When God blesses you, something ignites inside you, a fire, a passion, a purpose that won't let you sleep. You wake up with a hunger, a drive, a vision that pulls you forward. It's not just about surviving anymore, it's about thriving, creating, giving, becoming. Your heart beats to a rhythm bigger than yourself, and every step you take feels like it's part of a grand design. You're not drifting through life, you're marching toward destiny. That burning in your chest, that clarity in your mind, that's the third sign. Your heart ablaze with purpose. And finally, my friends, when God blesses you, you don't rise alone. No, no, no. His blessing is too big to hoard, too powerful to keep to yourself. You look around and see others, those who stumble, those who doubt, and you reach out a hand. You lift them up. You share the light. You become a beacon, a testimony, a living proof that God's favor transforms not just one life, but many. The blessed don't build walls, they build bridges. They don't clutch, they give. And that, my dear friends, is the fourth sign. You lift others as you rise. So I ask you today, do you see these signs in your life? Do you feel that peace? See those doors burn with that purpose and lift those around you? If you do, then stand tall and proclaim it. I am blessed. And if you don't yet see them, don't despair. Lift your eyes, open your heart, and prepare yourself, because when God blesses you, these four signs will shine like stars in the night. Believe it, claim it, live it, because his blessings are on their way. Thank you. And may you walk in the fullness of these signs every day of your life. Let me take you to the heart of the sign that God's blessing has rested upon you, a peace that defies the storm. Picture this. Life is a wild ocean, isn't it? Waves crashing, winds howling, dark clouds rolling in thick and heavy. The boat of your existence gets rocked. Bills pile up, dreams falter, relationships strain, and the world seems to spin out of control. Chaos reigns, fear knocks at the door, and doubt creeps in like a thief in the night. But then, when God blesses you, something extraordinary happens. Amid the tempest, a stillness settles over you, a peace so profound it silences the roar of the gale. This isn't just any peace, my friends. This isn't the shallow calm of a lazy afternoon or the fleeting relief of a problem dodge. No, no, no. This is a peace that plants its roots deep in your soul, a peace that stands like an oak against a hurricane, unshaken, unbowed, unbroken. It's a peace that doesn't make sense to the onlookers. They see the storm around you. They see the crashing waves, the lightning strikes, the torrents of trouble, and they wonder, how are you still standing? How are you still smiling? How are you still moving forward? And you, with a gleam in your eye and a steadiness in your step, know the secret. God's blessing has anchored you to something greater than the storm itself. Imagine it. The doctor delivers a hard diagnosis, and yet your heart beats steady. The bank account dwindles to nothing, and still your spirit soars. The critics shout, the naysayers sneer, the odds stack against you like bricks in a wall. But you You walk through it all with a calm that confounds the chaos. This peace isn't denial. It's not pretending the storm doesn't exist. Oh, no. You see the rain, you feel the wind, you hear the thunder, but it doesn't own you. It doesn't define you. It doesn't dictate your next move. Why? Because when God blesses you, he hands you a shield of serenity that no tempest can pierce. Let me paint you a picture. Think of a lighthouse on a jagged coast. The waves smash against the rocks. The storm rages with fury. The night grows black as pitch. Yet there it stands, tall, firm, radiant, its light cutting through the darkness, unshaken by the madness around it. That, my friends, is you when God's blessing takes hold. The storms of life will come. Oh, they will come. But they'll find you standing like that lighthouse, rooted in a peace that defies their power. You don't crumble. You don't cower. You don't collapse. You shine. You endure. You rise above. And here's the beauty of it. This peace isn't something you manufacture. You can't grit your teeth and will it into being. You can't buy it with money or earn it with effort. It's a gift, a divine infusion, a whisper from the heavens that says, "Be still, I've got you." It's the voice of God himself threading through your spirit, steadying your hands, calming your mind, lifting your gaze. When you feel it, you know it's not of this world. It's too strong, too pure, too perfect to be anything less than a blessing straight from the source of all creation. Now, don't misunderstand me. This peace doesn't mean you'll never feel fear or face a sleepless night. Even the blessed have their battles. But here's the difference. The fear doesn't rule you. The sleepless night doesn't break you. You wrestle, you question, you stumble, but through it all, there's a current of calm running beneath the surface, holding you up, pulling you forward. It's a peace that says, this storm is loud, but my God is louder. This wind is fierce, but my God is fiercer. This trial is heavy, but my God is stronger. So I ask you today, do you feel it? Do you sense that stillness in the midst of your storms? When the world shakes, does your soul stand firm? When the noise grows deafening, do you hear that quiet voice saying, "Peace, be still"? If you do, then lift your head high and proclaim it. I am blessed. This, my friends, is the first sign, a peace that defies the storm, a peace that declares to the universe that God's favor rests upon you. Hold it tight, live it bold, and let it carry you through every tempest life dares to throw your way. When God blesses you, my friends, a peace settles in your soul, a peace so deep, so unshakable, that no storm may howl, the rains may pour, and the world may tremble, but you stand firm. You walk through chaos with a calm that confounds the doubters. It's not that the troubles vanish, no. It's that they lose their power over you. You feel it in your bones, a quiet strength, a steady heartbeat, a knowing that says, I am held by something greater. That, my friends, is the first sign of God's blessing, a peace that defies the storm. Oh, hear me now. When God blesses you, doors that were once locked tight begin to swing wide open. Opportunities chase you down like hounds on a trail. Where there was a wall, now there's a gateway. Where there was rejection, now there's invitation. You don't have to beg or plead. Oh, no, the path clears, the way is made, and you step into places you never dreamed you'd tread. People call it luck, they call it chance, but you know the truth. It's the hand of God pushing back the curtains of impossibility. That's the second sign, doors swinging wide open. When God blesses you, something ignites inside you, a fire, a passion, a purpose that won't let you sleep. You wake up with a hunger, a drive, a vision that pulls you forward. It's not just about surviving anymore, it's about thriving, creating, giving, becoming. Your heart beats to a rhythm bigger than your cells, and every step you take feels like it's part of a grand design. You're not drifting through life, you're marching toward destiny. That burning in your chest, that clarity in your mind, that's the third sign, your heart ablaze with purpose. And finally, my friends, when God blesses you, you don't rise alone. No. His blessing is too big to hoard, too powerful to keep to yourself. You look around and see others, those who stumble, those who doubt, and you reach out a hand. You lift them up. You share the light. You become a beacon, a testimony, a living proof that God's favor transforms not just one life, but many. The blessed don't build walls, they build bridges. They don't clutch, they give. And that, my dear friends, is the fourth sign. You lift others as you rise. So I ask you today, do you see these signs in your life? Do you feel that peace? See those doors burn with that purpose and lift those around you? If you do, then stand tall and proclaim it. I am blessed. And if you don't yet see him, don't despair. Lift your eyes, open your heart, and prepare yourself, because when God blesses you, these 4 signs will shine like stars in the night. Believe it, claim it, live it, because his blessings are on their way. And let's step into the brilliance of the sign that God's blessing has descended upon you. Doors swing wide open. Oh, picture this with me. Life can feel like a fortress sometimes, can't it? Walls of limitation tower high, barriers of no, gates of not yet, locks of never. You've knocked until your knuckles bled, pushed until your strength gave out, dreamed until your hope flickered dim. The world tells you, that's it, the door is shut, the chance is gone, the path is closed. But then, when God blesses you, something miraculous unfolds. Those doors, those stubborn ironclad doors, don't just creak ajar, they fling wide open with a force that shakes the ground beneath your feet. This isn't a flimsy coincidence, my friends. This isn't a stroke of luck or a random twist of fate. No, no, no. This is the hand of God himself turning the key, kicking down the barricades, and rolling out a red carpet for your destiny. Where there was a dead end, now there's a highway. Where there was rejection, now there's a welcome mat. Where there was silence, now there's a chorus of opportunity calling your name. You don't have to beg, you don't have to bribe, you don't have to force your way through, because when God blesses you, the doors don't just open, they practically leap off their hinges to make room for you. Imagine it. You've been praying for a job, pounding the pavement, sending out resumes into the void. Suddenly the phone rings. Not 1 offer, but 2, then 3. You've been dreaming of a breakthrough, a chance to shine, and out of nowhere someone taps your shoulder and says, "We've been looking for you." You've been yearning to mend a broken bond, and the very person you thought was lost to you walks back into your life with arms outstretched. These aren't accidents, my friends. These are doors swinging wide open. Portals of possibility, gateways of grace, pathways paved by a power greater than any obstacle in your way. Let me take you deeper. Think of a prisoner in a cell. Chains on his wrists, walls closing in, the clang of the lock echoing in his ears. Day after day, he stares at that door, heavy and cold, a symbol of all he's lost. Then one day, without warning, the guard approaches, the key turns, and the door flies open. Freedom, light, a new beginning. That's you when God's blessing hits. The chains of circumstance fall away, the walls of impossibility crumble, and the door, oh, that glorious door, swings wide to reveal a world you'd only dared to imagine. People call it timing, they call it chance, but you know the truth. It's divine intervention clearing the way. And here's the marvel of it. These doors don't open because you're perfect or because you've earned it. No, God's blessing isn't a paycheck for good behavior. It's a gift of favor, a downpour of mercy, a shout from the heavens that says, this is your moment. You might have stumbled, you might have doubted, you might have wondered if your time would ever come. But when God decides to bless you, no past mistake can bolt that door shut. No fear can hold it closed. No enemy can stand in the way. The doors swing open, not by your might, but by his. Now listen closely. This sign doesn't mean every door opens at once. Sometimes God opens one to lead you to the next. Sometimes he shuts a few to steer you right. Sometimes he shuts a few to steer you right. But when his blessing flows, you'll see it. The right doors, the destined doors, the doors you were born to walk through, they'll open with a timing so perfect you'll feel the rhythm of his plan pulsing through your life. You'll step through with confidence, not because you forced it, but because you were called to it. So I ask you today, are the doors swinging open for you? Do you see the paths clearing, the opportunities rising, the way being made? If you do, then stand tall and declare it. I am blessed. This, my friends, is the second sign, doors swinging wide open, a testament that God's favor is moving mountains to lift you higher. Walk through boldly, claim your ground, and let every open door be a song of his glory in your life. Let's ignite the fire of the third sign that God's blessing has taken root in your life. Your heart burns with purpose. Oh, feel this with me. Life can be a fog sometimes, can't it? A gray haze of routine, a treadmill of survival. Wake up, work, sleep, repeat. You drift through days like a ship without a compass, wondering, is this all there is? Am I meant for more? The world weighs heavy, the clock ticks loud, and the spark inside you flickers, faint and fragile. But then, oh then, when God blesses you, a flame roars to life within you, a purpose so fierce it sets your soul ablaze and lights up the darkest corners of your existence. This isn't just a fleeting whim, my friends. This isn't a passing fancy or a daydream that fades with the dawn. No, no, no. This is a fire that consumes doubt, a heat that melts fear, a blaze that forges your every step into a march toward destiny. When God blesses you, your heart doesn't just beat, it thunders. You wake up with a hunger that won't be silenced, a vision that won't be dimmed, a calling that pulls you out of bed like a magnet to the north. You're not just living anymore. You're alive, electric, unstoppable, driven by a purpose that feels as vast as the heavens and as deep as the earth. Picture it. You're no longer content to sit on the sidelines watching life pass by. That job you tolerated, it's not enough. You start dreaming of creating, building, impacting. That quiet corner you hid in, it's too small. You step out to speak, to lead, to lift others up. That old wound you nursed, it becomes fuel, a story, a reason to fight for something bigger. Your heart burns, my friends. It burns with ideas that keep you up at night, with passions that make your hands tremble, with a clarity that cuts through the noise like a blade through silk. This is God's blessing igniting you from the inside out. Let me take you there. Think of a lion in a cage, pacing restless, its roar stifled by bars. Day after day, it feels the ache of something more, something wild, something free. Then the gate swings open and that lion bounds out, muscles rippling, mane flying, voice shaking the plains. That's you. When purpose takes hold, the cage of complacency shatters. The bars of good enough bend and break, and you run. Oh, you run toward a horizon that's been calling your name since the day you were born. People call it ambition, they call it drive, but you know the truth. It's God's blessing breathing fire into your spirit. And here's the wonder of it. This purpose isn't selfish. It's not about stacking gold or chasing fame for fame's sake. No, no. When God blesses you, your heart burns for something greater, for healing, for building, for shining a light where shadows fall. You want to mend what's broken, lift what's fallen, create what's never been. Your purpose becomes a bridge between you and the world, a flame that warms others as it grows. You feel it. A rhythm, a mission, a reason that ties your every breath to a plan so grand it could only come from the divine. Now, hear me well. This fire doesn't mean every day is easy. Purpose brings battles, obstacles rise, doubters scoff, fatigue creeps in. But when your heart burns with God's blessing, those trials don't douse the flame, they feed it. Every no becomes a spark, every setback a gust of wind, every struggle a log on the fire. You press on not because it's simple, but because you can't stop, won't stop, until the vision in your soul takes shape in the world around you. So I ask you today, does your heart burn with purpose? Do you feel that heat, that pull, that unstoppable drive to become who you were meant to be? If you do, then rise up and shout it, I am blessed. This, my friends, is the third sign. Your heart ablaze with purpose, a testament that God's favor has set you on a path no force can derail. Fan the flames, chase the vision, and let your purpose light the way for all to see. Let's climb to the summit of the fourth sign that God's blessing has crowned your life. You lift others as you rise. Oh, grasp this with me. Life can be a steep ascent, can't it? A rugged mountain of trials, slippery slopes, jagged edges, lonely peaks. You've clawed your way up, fought through the shadows, carried burdens that bent your back. The world whispers, look out for yourself, hoard your gains, climb alone. But then, when God blesses you, a transformation takes hold. You don't just reach the top. You turn around, stretch out your hand, and pull others up with you. His blessing doesn't build a throne for one, it builds a table for many. This isn't a small thing, my friends. This isn't a polite gesture or a fleeting act of charity. No, no, no. This is a mighty current, a tidal wave of grace that flows through you and spills over into the lives around you. When God blesses you, your heart swells, not with pride, but with purpose. Your eyes open, not to your own glory, but to the struggles of those still climbing. Your hands, once clenched to hold tight to what's yours, now reach out to lift, to carry, to share. You become a beacon, a bridge, a living testament that God's favor isn't meant to be bottled up. It's meant to pour out. Imagine it. You've tasted success, maybe a promotion, a breakthrough, a dream come true. The old you might have clutched it close, built walls to guard it, but the blessed you look around and see the weary, the dreamer who's lost hope, the worker who's been overlooked, the soul who stumbled one too many times, and you say, come with me. There's room at the top. Let me show you the way. You mentor, you encourage, you give, not because you have to, but because you can't help it. God's blessing is too big, too rich, too radiant to keep to yourself. Let me paint the scene. Think of a mighty oak in a storm-ravaged field. Its roots dig deep, its branches stretch wide, and while the winds howl and the rains pound, it stands firm. But it does more than stand. It shelters. Birds nest in its boughs, creatures rest in its shade, life thrives beneath its canopy. That's you when God's blessing flows. You rise tall, yes, but you don't rise alone. You become a refuge, a strength, a source of life for those battered by the gales. People call it kindness, they call it generosity, but you know the truth. It's God's blessing turning your climb into a ladder for others. And here's the beauty of it. This lifting isn't a burden, it's a joy. When God blesses you, lifting others doesn't drain you, it fills you. You find that the more you give, the more you have. The more you share, the more you grow. You teach a skill and watch it bloom in someone else. You offer a word and see it spark a fire. You lend a hand and feel the weight of your own blessings multiply. It's a cycle, a rhythm, a divine dance. Your rise lifts them, their rise lifts you, and together you soar higher than you ever could alone. Now, don't miss this. Lifting others doesn't mean you ignore your own journey. You still climb, you still strive, you still chase the heights. But when God blesses you, your success becomes a tool, your strength a gift, your story a rope for those dangling below. You see the widow and offer hope, the child and offer guidance, the broken and offer healing, not out of duty, but out of overflow. His blessing makes you a conduit, a channel, a riverbed through which His goodness runs to a thirsty world. So I ask you today, are you lifting others as you rise? Do you feel that urge, that joy, that call to pull someone up alongside you? If you do, then stand proud and proclaim it. I am blessed. This, my friends, is the fourth sign. You lift others as you rise, a proof that God's favor has made you not just a victor, but a vessel. Climb on, lift high, and let your ascent be a light for all who follow.